ready for your lower body blast. We're going to go ahead and all we need is a ball. If you don't have a ball and you want to use a couch cushion, fabulous. Or as always, no props at all works as well. So we're going to start down onto our bum for me. We're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're just going to reach the arms over towards our toes, reaching that ball to the toes. From here, we're going to roll back with a nice rounded back for me, squeezing those legs together, working through that C curve, and then reach our arms overhead. Good, nice. Now, keeping our arms exactly over our chest, walk those feet in towards that bum for me, and let's have the hips, knees, and ankles all in alignment. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, peel our bum and roll up into our bridge and melting all the way back down. Tailbone comes down last. And again, we peel as we roll up, keeping our hips level and melting down for me. And we're really just warming up into that bridge for me for what fun little thing comes next. We're going to do 2 more just like this. So if you're someone that tends to get cramps in their hamstrings, just make sure that we go nice and slow here. Good, and melting down. Now, taking that ball and placing it underneath of our left foot. And if you just need to rearrange that foot a little bit, feel free to. Arms are down by our sides. We have our left foot into the ball, our right foot onto the floor. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Again, peel as we roll up for me. Hips are level and melting all the way back down. And again, we go ahead as we lift up for me, squeezing those cheeks and melting back down. Last 2 for me. We peel as we lift up, keeping relaxed in the collarbone and melting down. And last one for me. We're going to stay lifted. Now from here, keep our hips level. We're going to roll the ball out and roll it back in. Extend the leg and draw it back in. Now whilst we're doing this, we're thinking about keeping our hips level. So we're not going to drop our left hip down every time we roll that ball out. We have 3 more. Good, really feeling our right cheek here. 2 more. And last one for me. And lower all the way down. Let's go ahead and switch over to that second side for me. Again, just take an extra second to make sure that that is comfortable. I use the term, as always, very loosely. Take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, peel and roll up, pushing down through the ball and the floor and melting back down. Now, maybe you have one side that was fairly easy to keep that imaginary Starbucks tray on your lap, and maybe you have one side that it feels a little bit more like that latte is going to slide off the side. Either way, I really want you to think about trying to keep nice and level. Hips are shining up towards the ceiling and not sliding off to the side. We're going to do 1 more here. Let's stay lifted. Let's roll the ball out and draw it back in. Let's roll the ball out and bring it back home. And we have 3. Good. And 2. And last one for me. And lower all the way back down. Nice. Now, from here, let's just now bring that ball in between our ankles for me. So, we're going to extend our legs and roll onto our side. So, we're going to be in this side propped position. Our elbow is directly underneath of our shoulder for me. Our hips are stacked. Our shoulders are stacked. We're going to go ahead and point both toes and think about equal weight pressing into that ball. We lift the legs up and we lower them down. Nice. Now, as always, when we're on our side position, I want you to think about pushing away from the floor. And you'll notice that this isn't a crazy big range of motion. We can feel our inner thighs doing some work, our outer thighs doing some work. And guys, a little bonus for you, those obliques doing some work as well. We're going to do 1 more for me, and we're going to stay lifted. Now let's flex the feet and let's pulse that ball together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep squeezing that ball, pushing away from the floor. Keep that tension on that ball. And 3, 2, 1. And let everything down. Now, let's go ahead and just pop that ball to one side. Hopefully it behaves and doesn't go anywhere. And then we're going to come on to a 4-point kneeling position. So I want our hands directly underneath of our shoulders and our knees are going to be directly underneath of our hips. Let's go ahead and flex our right foot for me and donkey kick that leg up to the ceiling, making sure we're not dumping into that left side. Let's pulse up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep our leg here. Extend the leg and then tap down just behind us. Lift up with a straight leg and tap back down as we lift up and tap down. We have 4, good, and 3, look towards the end of the mat, and 2, belly button lightly into the spine, and 1. Can we keep our leg lifted? We're going to diagonally tap just to the floor the other side of our left leg. We're going to bend our leg for me, lift our leg up, almost as if we're working through a hydrant. Now we're to the side. We extend the leg and tap down. Now, we lift and we sweep over with a straight leg to that diagonal part. Just by that left leg, we bend the leg, lift it up like we're working through that nice hip circle, extend the leg and tap down. Good, let's make it a little quicker. We lift and sweep to that diagonal, bend the leg, work our way through and extend and tap to the side. And last one for me, bend the leg, we lift, work our way through that hydrant, extend and tap down. Now, I'm going to come on down to my left elbow. My right hand stays where it is. I'm going to lift up and tap just on that diagonal. I'm going to tap back just to the side where I was. So we're just coming back, just a small amount, not all the way so that leg is coming behind us. Now guys, you know how I always say about our chopsticks between our hips and our ribs? We want to make sure that that is not collapsing. And you will see my precious cat, also called Precious. Good. We'll see if she'll let me finish this off. Good. And last one. We're going to stay to the side. We're going to lift that leg up and we're going to pulse that leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep our leg back. Now we're going to keep our leg nice and long and we're going to come down onto both elbows for me. From here, we parallel and square up the hips to the floor. We push our shoulders from our ears. Let's flex that right foot as we bend our knee and bring our heel to our bum and point our toes, we extend. We flex to draw in and we point to sweep away. And we have 3 and 2 more. And last one, we're going to finish off where we started with those pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Woo! Sit back in that rest position for me. And let's go ahead and roll all the way up. Rolling our shoulders back for me. And I'm going to grab that ball and I'm going to come onto that second side for me. So again, we're propped in that position. We're going to have that ball just between our ankles. Again, we're pushing our shoulder away from the floor. Our toes are pointed, our hips are stacked, our shoulders are stacked. Let's go ahead, exhale, lift the legs and lower down. So every time I'm lifting my legs up, I'm really making sure that I'm pushing away from that floor, just that little bit more purposefully. And in case you're wondering, guys, Precious lost interested and she didn't want to end up exercising with us. Maybe you guys feel the same, I don't know. You can't walk off like Precious just did. You're stuck with me. And we're going to do 2 more. And last one, stay lifted, flex the feet. And we're going to go ahead as we pulse the legs together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that tension on. We hold for 10, 9, push away from the floor, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Pop that ball just to one side for me. We're coming on to that second side. Again, our hands are going to be directly underneath of our shoulders. Our knees are going to be directly underneath of our hips. Let's go ahead and flex our left foot and donkey kick that leg up for our start position. We pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, extend the leg, tap it all the way down to the floor, and sweep the leg up to hip height. So we want to make sure that we're not really going into that lower back. We're really thinking about targeting those glutes. So we're being quite strict without arcing our back as our leg lifts up. We have 3 more, and 2 more, and last one for me, and then tap diagonally just the other side of our right leg. We go ahead, I'm going to bring my right elbow down to the floor. I sweep the leg up. Now, let's go ahead, let's tap down. Let's bend the leg. Let's lift the leg and work through as if it was a hydrant. Extend the leg and tap down. So we lift it up, sweep back on that diagonal tap. Bend our leg as we lift and draw through the hydrant. Extend the leg and tap down. We go ahead. We lift. Sweep on that diagonal. Bend the leg. Lift up through that hydrant, that hip circle. Extend it out to the side and tap down. Just one more as we lift. Keeping our chopsticks between our ribs and our hips in place. And last one for me. And tap down. We go ahead, we lift up and tap just that on that diagonal. And we come to the side. Again, as we tap on the diagonal. And again, it's not straight behind us, guys, remember. We have 4. Pushing away from the floor still. And 3. And we really feel this on that supporting glute as well. And 2. And last one, stay back, parallel, elbows down onto the floor, square the hips off to the floor. Let's flex the foot as we draw the heel into the bum and point the toe as we extend away. We flex to draw in and point to sweep away. We have 8, good, and 7, almost there, and 6, we're almost going to finish off where we started, 5, drawing our belly button off the floor, 4, and 3, and 2, no movement anywhere else, and 1. Can we keep our leg bent and can we pulse and stamp the ceiling? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, send ourselves back. Woo! And then let's come on to that tummy for me. So, arms are in genie arms. We're going to relax everything. I'm just going to scoot forward just a little bit. Relax our forehead just to the back of those hands. Those legs are going to be about hip distance apart and they're parallel, which means that our hips are facing down towards the floor, our kneecaps are facing down towards the floor. We're going to lift the legs up from the hips and lower back down. We lift up on an exhale and we inhale to lower down. Again, we have 5, almost there, and 4. Good, really straightening those legs up. Don't worry about how high we can get them. Think about how straight we can get them. Good. And 2 more. Last one, can we stay lifted? And then let's go swimming for me. Straighten those legs as much as we can. Press that pubic bone down, lift that belly button, up we go, swimming for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs down and send ourselves back in that rest position forming. 3 nice deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, take a nice deep breath in through the nose and let that breath out. And last time, nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, roll up through the spine, roll our shoulders back. And those words you've been waiting for, you my darlings, are all done. Fabulous job. Precious said so as well, and I will see you next time.